We live in a time where being silent is just not an option on anything, you know, and being silent is like being kind of complicit in just accepting the status quo. I knew that I didn't fit in at school. I felt very different and I was bullied because, you know, I had long hair and people called me a girl, that I was gay, you know, because I didn't behave like, you know, the other boys did. I basically started self-harming and I also was bulimic. So I had a lot of kind of issues around food and self-image, and eventually, you know, I got professional help and I started a course of antidepressants, medication that I'm still on today. I talk about it as much as I can and I try and encourage people to reach out and access the support if they're feeling vulnerable, they're feeling like they don't have anywhere to turn, because talking about something is, I think, the first step to really kind of overcoming it. Queer people, LGBT people, we grow up thinking, you know, that we're not good enough, that we have to hide who we are, that we have to like act and behave a certain way, and there are lots of good reasons for why we have to do that, you know, but I just have made a choice to just feed as much like positivity and try and like shed as much light as possible on the queer experience. Equality isn't equality until we all have equality, right? So, you know, in lots of countries in the West, we have same-sex marriage. And I think a lot of people thought that once you have same-sex marriage, it's like, tick, you know, gays are fine now. And it's not the case. I do think it's one of the best times to be gay and alive. But at the same time, you know, we can't forget that actually there's still such a long way to go in terms of changing people's like hearts and minds and attitudes, and really kind of like unpicking the negative stereotypes that exist everywhere, TV, film, media. More and more we live in a time where being silent is just not an option on anything, you know, and being silent is like being kind of complicit in just accepting the status quo and just being like, well, I'm not going to try and change things. And I just think that we can't afford to do that anymore. Not today, not in this time. You deserve to have like happiness, love. You deserve to have like a fulfilling and meaningful existence, right? And it sounds so obvious, but like I think it's easy to forget that because you think like, oh, that's just not for me, or you know, like I can't have a life like anybody else because I'm different. But actually, like, you deserve to have a great life.